Everyone, we're going to take live callers, but welcome to Light Years. Andy Lou, first preseason game. Where's your vibe check right now? I'm going to say vibe check 100 being 2021-22 where they won a title, and the game felt like a root canal. Where are we at?
We're in the high 80s. This is a B+ vibe check right now. The only thing that's missing is Draymond, like he's not playing, but everything else is perfect. You've got Steph smiling, you've got Chris Paul next to him, mouthing and laughing as Kuminga throws the ball out of bounds to Steph. Clay's out there yucking it up. Everybody's just having a great, merry time, and I don't know. That's what we expected. Preseason game has actually happened.
That's where I'm at with it. It was like, watching Chris Paul go through warm-ups with the Warriors, like a little funny. Like, it's like I feel like you probably were a little more negative than I was. I'm a little more of a troll about that sort of stuff. I was in. I'm all in. I'm a big CP3 guy. I might as well be the Rusilla of the pod, right? So just all in on it.
That's so good. Hardcore
big CP3 guy here.
CP3 guy.
Anytime I've said anything negative about him, it was a long con for this moment. I've never disliked Chris Paul. But I feel like with all that aside, the main story tonight, there was a lot of
podcast.
How is this going to work? And every conversation leads back to, is Kuminga going to take that step? Is he going to be Harrison Barnes? Is he going to be Kevin Durant? Is he going to be Otto Porter? Like, thing throughout the offseason was it led us back to, if Kuminga is that dude, they're fine. If he's not, they're playing midget ball next year, right? And through game one, I don't know how you're feeling, but I could not have asked for a better Jonathan Kuminga game one performance than tonight. He looked every part of what I'd hoped he would look like all year.
That was special tonight. He did everything. So we'll do a thorough breakdown. But the one moment that really locked it in for me that I thought was funny was he had that alley-oop dunk where he caught the ball with one hand and then he brought it to the other hand and then dunked it. I can't even imagine how that is possible. I can barely touch the rim, if anything. So I can't even imagine. His head's at the rim and he's got one hand, brings it to the other, dunks it down. And in the background, you see Anthony Davis kind of just give him a side eye. And look, I'm not trying to read too much into it. I just think it's hilarious that that's the guy that probably would have given Anthony Davis some pressure at the rim on offense. And then with LeBron James, another guy that's on the Lakers bench, probably could have had a guy that could guard him, right? Instead of throwing a GP2 on him, you probably could have had a Kuminga out there big enough to guard him. So I thought that was a pretty cool way for Kuminga to announce himself to the NBA. I mean, maybe re-announce himself to the NBA because he's had two pretty forgetful seasons so far. But I think this is going to be the first one where people's eyes are going to open up, Sam, this season for him.
The number, so 24 points, 4 assists, 2 blocks, but the number that's going to get Steve Kerr's eye is 8 rebounds. I think that's the one. I think he is with his scoring, with his athleticism on offense. But what the Warriors need him to do is be disruptive, be a guy who gets rebounds and be disruptive in general. And so again, two blocks and 8 rebounds in 24 minutes, those are the numbers that matter. Because let's be honest, Steph didn't play half his minutes, if not more. Clay didn't play most of those minutes. When he's out there playing, probably not going to be able to dribble as much. And so the question is, can he be that guy who's impacting the game when he's a fourth option And that was kind of the issue last year, right? Like, we know he's talented. We know he can do a bunch of things. Can he play as a fourth option? Andrew Wiggins famously proved 2 years ago that he could impact the game as a third, fourth option. And honestly looked like the second best Warrior most of the time when he did that. Kuminga has not done that, and that's kind of the question. And I think tonight was a big statement for him that way, because he showed he could impact the game in ways other than scoring. And I think that's really what they want from him.
Yeah, I mean, literally the second possession, he came back to get a rebound, came back to the ball to get it, instead of kind of standing out at 3-point line or going back down the other way trying to get a transition bucket, right? He came back and got a rebound, and I felt like the Warriors coaching staff and Steve Kerr being who he is probably talked about that. I bet you that's going in film room. I bet you that's one thing that's popping up when they're rewatching, doing film tomorrow and saying like, hey, this is what Kuminga should and could be doing. This is what you could and should be doing. So also the set shot 3 looks incredible. I know he shot 37, 38%. I don't have the number. I think 38% from 3 last year.
35 over the 2 years. So yeah, you're right.
Like, not bad, right? But damn, that set shot 3 might be butter. It really might. And it's not just hey, get Kuminga in the corner, let him shoot the close one. No, those are real threes. He's shooting above the break threes. Now, it's not pull-up threes. He's not that type of shooter. It's not like step back. Like, he's not that type of shooter.
He also doesn't need to be that type of shooter.
No, he does not. I would prefer him not be that type of shooter. Like Clay, sure.
The Jordan Poole, it's like, I wish he didn't pull when he had Steph and Clay open right next to you.
Even Clay tonight, my God, some of those shots that he was throwing up there, right? But if Kuminga's going to make those type of threes, and he had 24 tonight. How many threes did he have? 4, 5?
4.
I just think that's going to be.
They throw up the Clay. 4.
It's going to be a game changer. I know you talk about defense, rebound, all that stuff, and Kerr's probably not going to break up the 3-point shooting that much. But dude, if he's going to shoot that well from 3, he's going to be open. No,
and you're right, because that's part of the reason he's on the floor. No one wants him chucking 15 threes a game, but if they're not going to guard you, you have to hit it. And last year, he'd go through those hesitation spells, and that's where Lightyear's favorite Tony Lamb would come on the floor, and Andy'd be like, "That's right, I love Tony. He needs to be out there." But like, in all seriousness, he needs to punish a defense who doesn't guard him, right? Like, that's kind of all we want from him, 3-point shooting, right? Like, I want him, if they're not going to guard me, I can hit it, and then if they close on me, I'm going to blow by them and make them pay. It sounds really simple on paper. It's obviously a lot more hard in the game, but like that's really what it comes down to for a guy who's that athletic, right?
He also feels like he knows he's the most athletic guy on the court, and he can do more of the. I'm just gonna go. How many times tonight did he just go by a guy or go through a guy? Because his handle's still not the best, but it doesn't matter. He takes one dribble.
Jaylen Brown, though.
A video of him dribbling with his left hand, pretty funny. But he takes one dribble, he blows by a guy, then he goes through him and he gets a foul call. I think he's starting to figure that out. I feel like that's a pretty important part of when you're like a Giannis type, you figure that out. When you're a Jimmy Butler type, he's figured that out. When you're all these superstars, a lot of times you're not just going to blow by guys, but if you can take a dribble and get by him just enough, you're going to get a foul call. Tonight, Kuminga got a few of those. Nobody else on this team can do that besides our guy Chris Paul, who had a couple grifter calls today. Beautiful.
I love those. Should we pivot?
They are the best. Yeah, not yet. No, but that's the when you talk about a year 3 leap. I know everyone's going to talk about that year 3 leap stuff, but there's these tiny little parts of the game that I think Kuminga's gone better at.
I'm so excited to go on Twitter tomorrow. Like, Slater's going to throw out an article, and it's like the year 3 leap. And then 30 seconds later, you get like the Merc. Is Kuminga going through a year 3 leap? And then an hour later, the Cron will come through going, can't confirm year 3 leap in process. And that's what it's going to be like. It's perfect.
Well done.
Or maybe we're just all too online. Maybe that's the real issue.
Everyone's kind of shocked about it. We talked about it from hey, look, it's going to be actually one of the comments bringing up. I thought this was interesting. He didn't play next to Chris Paul tonight, and that was one of the things that I think I'm looking forward to in the regular season, probably because Draymond's not playing, right? So usually maybe Chris Paul comes off the bench, but that's going to be even easier.
Should we talk Chris Paul? Let's do a little Chris Paul. I think it's time. So like the number one thing I wanted to watch tonight was just how it looked. You know, I spent all off season talking everyone into it. I don't even know if I believed half the shit I said. Just like pure copium the whole way through. And like deep down, you know me, I kind of was hoping. I was kind of believing. Just some pure copium.
Please.
And then just watching it, I was like, it's not so bad. You know, a little awkward, a little slow, little preseason-y. But my general impression is vibe check passed.
Yeah.
Game 1, positive vibes. I liked the vibes we had in game 1. And I feel like can we be honest? This is the number one vibe podcast for the Warriors. No one, and
yes,
we may lie to ourselves here and there, but I thought we got the vibes we were looking for tonight.
No. We got everything we were looking for tonight. I am, because I didn't want to believe it, but 6 minutes in, and I tweeted this out, God damn, he's a smart basketball player. He's such a smart basketball player, and I'm and you know I love high IQ basketball more than anything else. Like I care less about how athletic a dude is or how great he is or what. It just that stuff that matters.
Are you on the Pajemski segment?
He is so smart. He is so smart. He makes the right pass every time. One thing I thought was huge. One thing, he is kicking the ball up faster than I thought he would. Steph is always great at it, but Steph's always kicking it to guys that can't really dribble, unless it's like Draymond, right? Like Draymond tends to make the right decision, but if you're kicking up to Clay or Wiggins, I have no fucking idea what's going to happen next. Those guys can shoot it or turn it over. I have no idea. But when Chris Paul is kicking it up to Steph or Steph is kicking up to Chris Paul, you've got two elite point guards that are going to make the right play 99% of the time. That's huge. Huge. And I realized that, and I guess I just didn't want to believe it, but I realized that 6 minutes in, Sam, and I am enjoying it. I always enjoy high IQ basketball, and as much as it's easy to hate Chris Paul, he is high IQ basketball.
Our guy Mick Walters, arguably the number one light years goon of all time, because we traded a selfish C+ IQ guy in Poole for an old ass A+ IQ guy in Chris Paul. He's not wrong. He's not wrong. And actually, like, I don't want to go backwards, but like that's kind of why I've been most interested in Kuminga. Like in trading for Chris Paul, I knew the team was getting smarter but less athletic. So that's why I was like, if anything, it was like an investment in Kuminga, right? Like it's kind of like, okay,
sure,
we know we're getting older here. We know we're getting a little less athletic. We're betting this guy can make up for the difference. But yeah, to your point, let's go back to CP3. They only played, you know what? None of them played 15 minutes. I think
13.
Yeah,
I think
13. Wiggins played 14.
Of course.
Well, he's got minutes.
Plays a ton.
But
every show.
But in general, I felt like the starters played well. I thought Clay looked really good. Actually, we didn't even talk about him. A little chucky at the end, but that's Clay. But I thought physically they all looked well. I thought it fit a little bit. Sure, they're playing the Lakers without LeBron, but I walked away from game 1 with, like, I saw what I wanted to see. Like, definitely not negatives, more positives.
With you on all those things. I got nothing on Wiggins. I really got nothing on Clay. Yeah, Clay was kind of Clay.
What about Looney? What'd you think of Looney's 13 minutes?
I got nothing on him. But that Chris Paul Steph pairing. Can I do a little 5 seconds on concern trolling, because man, defensively, I am not sure how they're going to survive defensively in a playoff series. Luckily enough, Samuel, it is game 1 of the preseason. They are not in a playoff series yet. There's a lot of time to figure that out, but I am concerned how that's going to work. Steph, Chris Paul, and Clay, we knew this coming in. They are tiny. Chris Paul fights. He fights like hell. He is aeons better than Jordan Poole on defense, even though Chris is 38. But he is small. He's like Pajemski small, and that doesn't bode well.
Let me ask you a counter. How many teams can punish that?
The team that they played tonight, if LeBron and AD are on the court, that's a team.
How do they, but okay,
it's a pick and roll attack. They did that in the last postseason series.
So just mismatch on.
That's all they do. I mean, that's all LeBron does. I think that's what. Like we watched them do this. Now you could argue Steph got tired and maybe he's better because they'll have Chris Paul out there and they'll be better defensively because it's not like the Warriors got beat up every game. They didn't get blown out.
No, they out rebounded the Lakers, for example. So, but yeah, I get what you're saying.
I just want to throw that out there.
It is a concern. It is a real concern. The other question or the other thought I had on this game before we take it to the Goons. By the way, if you want to call in, hit the bell button. We're going caller segment right after this. Hit the bell button if you want to come through. I think my other main take on this preseason game is I think they might have depth. Oh, yeah. I think they might have depth. I walked away from this game going, we didn't even talk Dario Saric. I'm not saying we need to do like a segment on Dario Saric, but like, yeah, he's a smart fucking basketball player. He's still good. Dario. Yeah. Usman Garuba didn't get out into a fourth quarter, but he looks like a dude you can potentially throw into a regular season game at this stage.
Like Draymond? Don't he look like Draymond?
A little bit.
Like kind of like moves like him a little bit.
Moses Moody's biggest flaw was he didn't look as flashy as Kuminga tonight. But Moses had 15 points. He was a second leading scorer. His rebounding was better. Like he looked like he picked up exactly where he was in the playoffs. They look fine. Like they look like they can go 10 deep. They look like a team who can mix and match. They actually look like I don't know what I thought they might look like last year, but didn't happen, right?
This is an extreme. I'm so glad you brought this up. This is an extremely deep team. I mean, you look across the court and you look at the Lakers, and I think that's a fake deep team. Not in the fake deep like.
No, stars. The main guys can play, but like beyond that,
you look at Christian Wood, you look at Cam Reddish, you look at Jackson Hayes, you look at all these guys, and I'm just sitting here like.
This is an NBA Twitter team. This is exactly.
That's
like
what it is.
Christian Wood, it fucking sucks.
Terrible.
Jackson Hayes, maybe I don't know. Like they're scary because of their main guys. They're not scary because Christian Wood can hit an 18-foot jumper.
Now, the top end of the Warriors isn't the same because they don't got 2 top 10 guys on their team like the Lakers do. But, and you could argue maybe AD's even like top 6 when he's locked in and healthy. The Warriors are not like that. But the Warriors have a 10 deep crew. That's actually GP2 was phenomenal tonight. He's GP2. He's standard GP2. We talked about Moody and Kuminga leaps. So you brought up all the names that the Warriors are going to play. It does make me feel like this is going to be a really good regular season team, provided normal injury luck. This is going to be a really good floor. Like the floor is going to be pretty high for this Warriors team. And I compared a little bit to the team across the street, the Lakers, because they're kind of bunched together. Man, if AD misses 2 weeks, if Draymond misses a couple weeks, I think the Warriors are fine. If they lose Wiggins a couple weeks,
we're not even
fine, right?
Like we're not even talking about like. Are they better without Draymond? Like,
No.
And I don't think that's the case, but it's like to your point, like he didn't play, Yeah. So
they're going to win a lot of games. I know it's a preseason game, but they're going to win a lot of games because system's right. These guys are comfortable in system. They're not fitting anybody new. Even Pajemski, who's a brand new player.
Should we throw some love? Should we throw some love to Mike Dunleavy from this roster together, or is it what? Maybe we need to see them, like, let's get 20 games into the season. But I do feel very good about what they've built. Like, it does feel right.
Yes.
And, we'll see. They're really good at, like, making us walk our words back with, like, oh, actually, someone punched someone. And so, anyway.
Oh wait! Before we get to the goons, one more thing because I just saw Chris Paul say it's nice to hear the Golden State fans cheering for me for a change. Dude, there was a lot of Chris Paul. There were a lot of fans cheering for Chris Paul. I thought that was pretty funny. It felt like one of the things where fans like, oh my god, we hate this guy, but he's on our team, so we love him, right? It's just it's less so. Oh, this is a new star. Cool. Let's give him a round of applause. It was like, oh, we hated this dude for a long time. And now he's on our team, so let's give it to him. Right?
Isn't it like the funniest because it's Chris Paul. I don't know what else to say. Like I've made amends with it, but I completely get if Andy hasn't, or like most people haven't. You know, it's just that's the dude who used to hold Steph's jersey and like, you know, elbow him in the nuts. Like it's just like he's kind of dirty, right? You know, it's like, and at the same time, it's like it's funny to see it go full circle.
Yeah.
To the goons, we got a couple to get to.
Let's go.
I think this one's mobile. I think our guy's calling in mobile, Mr. Mikas.
Oh, we're mobile. We're
I don't care if it's mobile. I love it. Let's go.
Oh,
is that margarita?
How we doing?
What is
that?
Margarita? What is that?
Oh, that's just a vodka soda. I mean, we're trying to stay skinny. We're trying to lose some weight. We're in the gym lately. I mean, we're like Draymond right now, trying to pump some iron, you know, cut some carbs. So I don't know, trying to get that ankle right.
You're too young to be worrying about losing weight.
Yeah. Andy's fine. I finally won the war against Mikas, where Andy's on my side, where he's just like it's over.
No, see, yeah. Well, this is the thing. You have a steady, long-term relationship. You get washed. You get in your wash phase. You know, I guess I don't want to speak to you gentlemen in your wash phases, but like the thing is, I still want to go out to a bar and I want women to see me and be like, I want that guy to buy me a shot. And if you know, here's the thing. I'm not going to do that, but I would want that. I want. You just want
to know what's on the table.
Yeah. Yeah. I just want to know what's on the table, and so like that requires, you know,
still got the juice.
Some intermittent fasting. Yeah, you know, it's just like Steph. Like you still got the juice. That's what we're trying to do. And I'm saying on the court, not off the court. He's as loyal to Aisha as anybody's ever been. Clay and I are very similar in birthday, you know, sphere, so it's probably similar. That's not the point. Guys, you know, the thing is, I was watching, and I said this the whole time during the Houston Golden State battles. I always knew James Harden was the better player. I always knew he was, and I always said this. But it was empty. He wasn't a winning player. No, but you can check the tweets. I've hated CP3. I've always said it's dishonest truth. It's bad basketball, bad for the sport, the floppy, you know, the bullshit. Well, one second, one second. It's bad. It's bad. Sorry, yeah. For the listeners, if you're listening to this later, I had to take a sip of the vodka soda, guys. Only 100 calories, like 90 calories even. It's great. But the thing is, he's a winner, and I know he's never won shit, but he's a winner. He makes every team he's ever been on better. He's a fucking annoying cop dickhead. We can laugh. He was the reason those Rockets actually became like a legitimate threat. They were not a legitimate threat before Chris Paul got to that team.
Oh, you're right. Like they were cute before.
They were cute. They were cute. They were getting beat in 5 games, and it wasn't even a close series in 2015. Chris Paul gets there 3 years later. That's the biggest threat that team ever faced. Chris Paul is a winning player. He makes just about everybody around him better. And look, you can't make 30 better. You really can't make 11 and 23 like that much better. You can make him a little. I mean, 23 if he could hit a shot or two, that'd be great. But you can't make the core like that much better. But you can make the people around the Usman Garubas, the little oop. It wasn't a dunk, but I showed Meredith in the bar. I was like, oh my god, have I ever seen Kevon Looney go up and get an alley oop? I was like, never. Like that's never happened. Like Chris Paul can run an offense, and he is a proven winner. And there's been so many fans that have been like so hesitant. And I saw all the tweets tonight where everybody was like, oh, you know, the worst person in the world is actually a good point guard. Yeah, no shit. We watched him against us for fucking years, and he gave us, you know, a little bit of a scare. We never thought that they were actually going to beat us, but he made it a little interesting. And I watched it tonight on the TV at the bar celebrating my friend's birthday, and I was like, wow, they don't even have Draymond tonight. They're cooking this team. Like they're gonna cook a lot of teams. This is I think the over under is like 48.5 right now.
Mikas,
hammer that shit.
Mikas, we're getting you out on this one.
Yeah.
More likely the Warriors to win the NBA championship or the Cowboys to ever beat the 49ers?
Talk soon. We'll be talking after. No. Hey, here's the thing. Because we might beat you tomorrow. Doesn't mean we'll beat you in the playoffs. My real bold take is whoever wins tomorrow's game is going to lose. So if the Cowboys win, they're going to lose in the playoffs. 49ers win, they're going to lose in the playoffs. That's my hottest take. So I would be scared to playing the same team twice. I
don't want to do this to you, but like the inflection your voice turned when I asked that question lets me know you do not believe it. I know you do not believe this. I know you know Dak Prescott is going to embarrass himself tomorrow. I know you know, like you in your mind, you're already planning the different drinks you're going to purchase to make up for it.
Do you keep these clips? Like, are these clips saved? Are they all
They're always saved?
Available?
Yes. They're always saved. Yes.
All I ask, when they win, post you saying that and post my reaction.
You have my word.
When the Cowboys
if I'm wrong, I will post it and I will let you gloat in it.
Absolutely. Love you,
I appreciate you, my man.
Go
Have a great evening.
See you guys.
Dude's at a bar watching the Warriors calling into the show. But you gotta love it. You gotta love it.
I appreciate it because you know what? Mikas, whether he is right or wrong, he always shows up to own it. And he just kind of put me on the spot because I just kind of put my name out there for the Niners. So, you know, I have to own that one.
You don't want that, Sam. You don't want that, but good luck.
Well, you know, it's okay. But I do feel confident. Anyway, hey, what's up, Lyle? How you doing, bro?
What's up, man? I just woke up from a nap, actually, bro. I was watching the game, and then that shit put me to sleep, bro. Holy shit.
Which part put you to sleep?
Right after they redid the 0.6 seconds to halftime.
That was insane.
I was like, what the fuck is this? But I feel it, though, because the referees got to get this right during the regular season because there's going to be a fluke game where, like, LeBron will tip the ball or something and, like, he'll fall on his knees again and beg for this. So they got to practice for when this happens to him in Boston again. So I feel it. But it was good. I think we got a lot of good things to, look forward to. But I love – man, I just love the Jonathan Kuminga minutes. But I'm like, man, he just – has to play with the stars because he always gets these garbage minutes. And then he'll, like, dribble in the lane, throw a shitty turnover, run back, get a block, and then hit a three. I'm like, oh, damn, he's that guy. So it was cool, man. It's like the most anticlimactic, highly anticipated game of the year. The first game of preseason is great.
Yeah.
Are we more excited about what we saw from Kuminga or Chris Paul? Because I feel like those are the, like, look, I'm big Pajemski guy, which is it's like code for nerd. And like other than that, but like those are the two main stories. Like, you know, Chris Paul with the Warriors, kind of weird. Kuminga, is he going to be that dude or is he not, right?
I think I personally love the Chris Paul minutes, but it's still so like unauthentic to me that he likes being here. Like everything he says, like every time he's like talking to Steph, I just know that like, bro, this is like cool for now, but I don't know. It's like he's still
still wary. You're still wary. Inauthentic is an interesting way to put it. I like that.
This game was hilarious though, because halfway through I was like, damn, everyone here is just like buddies with LeBron. You see like Draymond just trying to chop it up with them. And
I was hoping to ignore that, to be honest.
Yeah. And then I was like, Chris Paul was on the banana boat with him. I was like, this is like all the Stephen Curry like informants right here, bro. Like,
and then you got Steph at the end of the game yucking it up. So really, it's I don't know if you saw it, but with Steph Steph, LeBron, and AD were having a merry old time after the game. So I kind of the NBA is today, but at least Steph always plays hard against LeBron.
You know what's about to be funny though is that in approximately less than a year, the entire world stage in Paris is going to know how Steve Kerr can't coach LeBron, KD, and Steph.
Steve Kerr won't do a goddamn thing.
This is going to be great. So I loved it, man. I'm a big Pajemski guy too myself now. I loved what I saw. I loved how he's picking up on defense. I think he's going to be decent. His rebounding's nice.
It is.
And, man, maybe just because he's a lefty, but those lefties, man, so good at grifting, man. Like the delos and all that stuff. I think.
Shout out the lefties. Let's go.
If Pods go kick it with Chris Paul a little bit, man, he can learn how to grift a little bit, man. I love that grifter is going to be on our team, man.
Andy, I have no other skills on the basketball court other than using my left hand.
I had no idea you were left-handed. I've known you for 10 years.
Like literally all I do is fake that I can use my right and then just lean into my left.
Wow.
That's it works for one game, and then you take away my left and I'm back to just hacking. I'm just hacking. That's all I got. That's it.
Wow.
That's it. It's just hard fouls.
I was really, really looking forward to the Rudy Gay minutes, but I don't think he's gonna make the team, dude.
You don't think so?
I don't. It's just Jerome Robinson was looking pretty nice, and so I was like, damn, he flying up the court, and the Rudy Gay's like the old vet that if you don't get the ball, he ducks his head. He doesn't dap anybody up. He daps people up with the side hand instead of the open hand. And I'm like, that is bad teammate vibes right there.
That is a good call, and that is why we have you on every week.
Teammate vibes. They're gonna give you this or that.
I'll give you the reverse case for Rudy Gay, which was you see Kuminga at halftime. He said Rudy Gay's in his ear, giving him a positive sell. He sounded like a dude who's like, you want me to play like this? You put Rudy on the roster. You put him on here. And Rudy's doing the whole I know I'm not playing every game, but I'll be the adult who babysits him.
I think he's on the roster. I think Rudy Gay
and to me, if he does that, that's all I want from him, right? I don't know if he's that guy. I don't know if I buy it, but if he is the dude who keeps Kuminga, bought in, I'm in. That's enough.
So he's gonna keep him bought in, but Andre Iguodala couldn't do this for 2 years.
Bro, Andre hasn't put on a jersey since Obama was president. Come on.
Oh, yeah.
And by the way, did Andre retire yet? I don't understand the what are we waiting for here?
We have to wait till episode 1 of the new season of his podcast. He pre-recorded his answer.
Oh, my God. Just retire. You know what? Actually, I don't know what the hell I'm saying. I love Iguodala. But I do think Rudy Gay's on this team. He's solid, man. I don't need another. Usman Garuba's their project guy. They got out in 2 ways. So, I don't need to see another guy that I don't know if he could play basketball or not.
The Fitz masterclass and being all Usman needs is the motor in between the ears.
My God, that was so good.
You just calling him stupid?
Yeah, so good.
The motor, I missed that one. The motor in
between. No, he did.
I'm gonna punch either of you if you say I need a motor between my ears.
I was like, bro,
that's like
shit.
No, he literally just called him a dumbass on live TV. It was insane.
It's very insulting. It's very rude.
Preseason game, man. Just talk about the WNBA team, man. Golly.
My condescending. He literally last season he told who was it? He told someone to not shoot as much or something on live TV, and I'm like, who the hell are you?
Bro.
We critique guys, but I wouldn't tell a guy to his face what he should be doing. I mean,
but you're not Bob Fitzgerald, though.
Yeah, that's facts. That's facts. He's Teflon. He is.
My other takeaway on Fitz, which is this is the most important segment of the show, is the sales job on the in-season tournament.
Oh my God,
impressive! I'm watching this, and next thing I know, it's I'm sitting here, I'm going well, we can't do anything on November 3rd. They're playing OKC mid-season tournament. And I'm just what's wrong with me that I'm playing my life around that? That's how I know. That's how I know that the sell is in
already. My flight's booked. I'm going.
We're going to OKC.
We're going to Vegas. We gotta tap in, bro.
I actually have that trip low key lined up, kind of, because it is. I don't go to Vegas in December, but I'm I could watch a couple basketball games, watch NFL Sunday. It's not a bad.
Hey, put it on the company card.
It is that whole excess table is going on the company card.
Going on Blue Wire.
Going on
Blue Wire. Baby.
No comment.
Man. But yeah, it was great. When's the next game?
They got
we got another couple days. We got next till Friday. They play in LA the 13th.
God, what are we gonna do?
I don't know. What do we do? We're just gonna lie. We're just gonna lie to ourselves.
So good.
Our guy Tony Slater is gonna put out a clip about the trust falls that Kuminga is doing, and they're just gonna be all right, 2-hour trust fall session. Let's go.
This is gonna be the longest. This is gonna be the longest few weeks until the season. But man, I can't wait for this season. Gosh, like, oh my god, we got a new Drake album. Like, hopefully, like the Gen Z guys on the team bumping that shit and like in the gym or something.
No, this is an anti-Gen Z year. We've
anti-Gen Z.
already established that. By the way, shout out Kuminga. 9-inch inseams.
Damn,
At least 7. He was not wearing the shorts.
Damn, he not walking the smalls. Okay.
No.
He might be serious. He might be serious.
You know, I'm just saying, if Jordan Poole's on this roster, there's a little more vibes. He might come out with the shorter shorts. I saw a dude who was like, Chris Paul and Steph are gonna be in my ear if I'm wearing shorts.
Jeez, well, this is a tight ship, man. This is like we're playing for Duke or something. This is like we're like the new New York Yankees. We're about to have a facial hair roll.
Yeah, no stashes. Stashes. No beard.
You know, you got to reestablish the culture. After Draymond punched everyone in the face, it's time for a new culture.
That's that Joe Lacob shit, man. He's like. Yeah. If I can't have any hair, you can't have any hair.
If I got to spend $200 million in luxury tax, motherfuckers better take this shit serious.
Tuck it in. Tuck it in.
I love it, bro. We're running a tight ship. I can't wait.
Joe Lacob's walking around, just in practice, like, hey!
He has a tape measure out.
Do you know what the tax rate is in San Francisco?
Tuck it in is so good.
I need to know that you care.
Man,
tuck it in.
They used to say that when I played high school ball. They don't care anymore, but they used to say that. Tuck it in, or you get a tech. It's like 2007. Oh my god, that's so good. They're not allowing that now.
Wow, appreciate you as always, my man.
Have a great Saturday, guys.
Yes, sir.
Have a good one, my man.
Let's go.
Oh, I mean, I really do buy that. I'm all in on my.
Are y'all doing post game reviews from the comments for every game? Yes, we are.
Yes,
we
do.
Babe.
We're always here.
We're locked in.
Our guy.
What's up,
Francisco? My guy.
Francisco, what's up?
Yes,
sir. You look like you're in a place that's even hotter than what San Francisco is right now.
Yeah, it was today. Here, not here in São Paulo, might have been like 40. Well, I don't know how to convert it to you.
I'll translate myself. You tell me what it is.
I think it's around here. It was around 40, 42 degrees with humidity.
That's hot. That's hotter than here. That's
but
105. Yeah,
100.
But in Rio today, there were some neighborhoods. There were 51 degrees real feel.
No way.
That's insane. But that's the humidity. Okay, it fell a big storm. But well, let's talk about the game.
Yeah, let's talk about the game.
How are we feeling? How did you feel? Like last year was disappointing.
Yeah.
Game 1. How are you feeling about the season? Let's go macro.
Let's go macro. Great. Okay. We can see a future, especially. Let's put it this way: if the Kuminga bump is real, great. If CP3 can stay healthy, great. But not especially, but two big things: Wiggins playing. Last year didn't play, and GP2 being healthy. Those two are amazing. GP2 was in postseason form today, just diving on the floor, jumping. He can get rebounds. He didn't dunk, but he could have. Let's put it that way. The biggest disappointment today was Kuminga didn't play with the starters, with the ones that he needs to play. I would like to see it because there in the second quarter he was forcing some issues and it was kind of ugly. But then in the fourth, he cleaned that all up and you can see the vibes now. Mm-hmm. And too bad he didn't get to play with CP3 because that's what we've all been saying, that he will help him. And they could test him. It would be good for him for them to test him in Dre's place in the starting lineup and get CP3 on the bench just to practice that, but I don't know if they want to go there, especially without Dre just getting CP3 on the bench. That might be a sensitive issue, but the we can see a future. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
The Rudy Gay talk, I think he's going to make the roster because they could not take 14 players into the season again. Okay, they need the 15th. I don't know how many they have, but they need players. They cannot play once again the two-way players 50 games.
Yep.
Okay, that's not an option. So he will need to be there, or Dwight Howard if they ever come back to that talk again. But they need a big. They could not have another guard and be the
You
mid.
think Rudy Gay's a big?
Well, let's put
Closer.
it that way.
He's a little closer.
He's bigger than anyone they.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, no, I don't know. We need to see it. When we signed Otto was not considered. I didn't think we considered Otto a big when he was signed. He was like a 3-4. He ended up being a 4-5 all year.
Yeah,
He
Rudy
played
Gay's
the
a
5.
for sure. Yeah.
So maybe Gay can do that role next to Draymond. Draymond can defend the 5. Gay
I
can
agree.
rebound, but I don't know. I don't know if he has anything left in him.
I don't think
not a good showing. It was not a good showing today, but I don't know how's he's in shape because
I'm gonna end it on the. I'm gonna end on this topic. Yeah, I love the idea. It seems like the locker room loves him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I didn't see enough tonight, but he's got more time to figure it out. So let's see going forward. Francisco, appreciate you, brother.
Yes,
Have a great evening. A couple more to get to. Our guy, Giova, the monster.
You're in a good mood today.
Delirious is probably the better way to put it. But
What's up, guys? How's it going?
Yes,
how's
sir.
it going, man? How you doing?
Yeah. Look. I'm all in, guys. I'm actually all in.
I don't believe you at all.
Whoa.
Look,
These are lies. These are lies. These are lies.
I saw like JK like show up. I saw Moody like play well. I mean, I saw that. I think we're deep. That's why I'm like all in. I think we're a lot deeper than I thought we would be like going into the season. And I like our bigs. I think we have decent functional bigs for this year. So I'm all in. I like this team more than I did like this summer. Like just watching them play. The vibes are good. I'm all in. That's my take.
Ah, wow.
We might.
If Gio's all in, you know what? My mood's in a better mood. I appreciate you, brother.
Wow.
You
caught us off guard. Call the season.
I'm a little rattled.
We're going to have to.
I'm a little shook. That's the energy we fucking need.
That's it. That is the energy we need. And you know what? We're bringing in the closer. After that, after bringing the closer in, McWalter's in here to close us out. Get those last 3 outs of the night. Let's do it.
Yeah, some Clayton
Here
Kershaw
comes.
can't do.
Yo, what's up, guys?
You can't close or start, but that's a different call. What's up, McWalter?
Hey, look at you. Where you at?
I'm walking the streets of the sunset,
Sweet.
It's all good.
Hey, by the way, how hot is it in the sunset?
It's nothing. We're such pussies in San Francisco. It's ridiculous.
What is it though? Like,
right now it's like normal. It's like 60s.
Oh God, I miss it. All right, hit me. You make me jealous.
Dude, this game was awesome to watch. Right, we're now all CP3 fans. Who would have ever fucking believed that we were all?
We're in. This is literally all we ever always talk about.
Absolutely. Right? Absolutely. Here we go. There's some light. We'll just use an ice cream shop. All right. Anyway, it was great. I really loved seeing Kuminga's effort out there. He hit the boards well. Turnover here and there. But what really I liked was Sarge. Seeing Sarge with those quick hands, being able to hit some threes, that's going to be really important later on in the season. That's the type of stuff we got from Belly. That's the type of stuff we would just get these little efforts from our big guys, even like an Otto, right? Where you could just have these mini stops, these little delays. And I think having something like that was just a nice sign to see. And, this was like definitely like a D- Lakers team we saw, right? No Reeves, no LeBron. You can't really judge too much off of that. But That being said, we didn't lay an egg, right? Pojemski looks like he's a serviceable basketball player. Moody looked fine. A lot of the scrubs we brought in looked fine, if not really good for our G League team. The only person that really we had qualms about was Rudy Gay, and he only signed a few weeks ago. How in shape is he anyways? I don't need him to be ready in the preseason. I need him to be ready in the middle of the year when our guys are kind of slugging around and putting that old man extra effort in. And the fact that we have CP3 on the roster, he won't let a vet slump around, man. He'll get on his ass too. So I wouldn't be worried about Gay at all, for that matter, right? Because we got a stubborn ass guy in Paul that's going to make sure that everyone's working their ass off. Yeah. Because that's just the type of person he is, and that's one of the benefits you get from Chris Paul. The only negative you have is that guy gets hurt all the darn time. But luckily, we're not going to rely on him, right? And if we're not relying on him, then you're just in a win-win situation. That's how it felt about this game, and I'm super stoked about it. Can't wait to see how the rest of the season flies off, and I think we should all be stoked about it. And I'm glad everyone's checking in here and tapping in. So, hey, guys, thanks for being here. Good luck with your game against the Cowboys this weekend. We'll see how that works out. But,
we'll be good. We'll be good. Mick Walters, appreciate you as always, brother. Have a great evening. I think we ended on that. That's it's a great call. I have one call out, Andy. I might have a special guest on Monday.
Are we leaking it?
You heard? You get who we get on? We get number 5 on? Is that true?
Pretty good rebounder.
It's a special man.
Pretty good defender.
Special man. I'm very excited. Appreciate everyone. We'll be back. Tap in.